click on subscribe and also click on the bell icon.
Good morning, students. Today I am going to discuss about the first chapter of Standard 8, Crop Production and Management. Before starting this chapter, you should know some terms: crop, agriculture, soil preparation. So many terms you have to know. So I am starting. First of all, you should know what is crop. If same type of plants are grown in a piece of land in large scale, that is called crop. 2 points you have to remember: same kind of plants and in large scale or commercial scale. That is called crop. If you grow few brinjal plants, few cabbage plants in your kitchen garden, and you are thinking that you are growing crop, so that should not be considered as crop, because that is for your domestic purpose, not for commercial purpose. This is the basic idea of crop. Now, if you go to produce crop, if you want to produce crop, you should know the technique. How can you produce that crops? The art of growing crop or technique of growing crop is called agriculture. It is a branch of science that deals with the growing of crops. Now, if you have to practice agriculture, you have to follow some sequential steps. What are those steps? Steps are like that: land preparation or soil preparation, sowing of seeds, irrigation, manuring, weeding, harvesting. The next step. Before that, one plant protection. After that, harvesting and storage. So you have to follow it sequentially. First step was land preparation. What is the need of land preparation? If you take some seeds and broadcast anywhere on solid soil, so it will not grow, it will not germinate. It may germinate, but it will not give you crop. So you have to prepare the soil. The first step is land preparation. In this step, we do two things. First one, ploughing, and second was leveling. Ploughing means losing the soil with wooden plough or tractor or cultivator, whatever it may be, but you have to make the soil loose. Why is it necessary? It is necessary because if you lose the soil, air enters into the soil and soil becomes airy, and the roots that come out from the seeds, the soft, delicate, tender roots, they can enter into the soil easily. They can penetrate the soil. If hard soil will be there, it will be difficult for them to penetrate. This is the importance of ploughing. After that, leveling. When ploughing is done, you will see big lump of soil. Big lump of soil, they are produced, and to break them, leveling is needed. Leveling is done by leveler. It may be made up of bamboo. Usually we used in our childhood, we have seen in our childhood. Nowadays, big piece of trunk of wood is just tied with the tractor and it is driven by the tractor. Its main function is to level the ground and to break the cramps. If the if the land will be leveled, what will be the benefit? Benefit will be in irrigation. When you will irrigate, if it will be undulating, if it will not be leveled, so water will not be distributed uniformly. So that is the reason. After that, sowing. Sowing of seed is done by different ways. First one is hand broadcasting. The farmer used to take some seeds in a container, and with the help of the hand they used to broadcast that seeds like this. That is the traditional method. Even in India nowadays also people used to broadcast seeds. But one scientific method is also there, modern method, that is by using seed drills. Seed drills are the machines which are used to put seed at proper depth and distance. If you use seed drills, you will be able to put the seeds at proper place, that is at proper distance and depth, which ultimately help the seeds to germinate and to grow well. If you broadcast with your hand, in some places you will see so many saplings are grown, in some places very few saplings are grown. So both are not suitable for growing good crop, because where the plants are more, saplings are more, you have to remove some of the plants to make maintain the proper density. For that purpose you need labor, and where the seeds are very less, so there is no way to make up that. So seed drill is very important for that. Another way is transplantation. In this method, what happens? Farmers used to grow so many saplings in a nursery bed, and as that bed is very small, the farmers can give proper care. They can keep proper observation on the saplings, and they can grow healthy saplings there. By that time they make their field ready where it has to be planted, and during the collection of saplings, they collect healthy saplings, and they transplant their saplings on their field. Paddy is transplanted, brinjal is also transplanted. The next step is irrigation. Irrigation means providing water or supplying water to the crop in need. Some students used to say that irrigation means putting water in the right interval, but this concept is not suitable, not okay, not proper concept. This is not a proper concept, because very simply you think, if you put water at the interval of 20 days in normal condition, and that is good, no problem. But if on 17th or 18th day there is rainfall, so you don't have to put water. So proper definition of irrigation is supplying water to the plant in need or as and when necessary. As and when necessary, you have to put water. That is irrigation. So many traditional methods of irrigations are there. Rahat, moat, these are used. People used to do all these things previously. Now people used to they use what is called water pumps for flood irrigation. All these methods of irrigation, there is one point, that is wastage of water. Okay. Now, to prevent this wastage of water, that means to conserve water, to scientific modern methods are there, that is drip irrigation and sprinkler irrigation. Sprinkler irrigation, some pipelines are there, and some horizontal pipelines and some vertical pipelines. At the top of the vertical pipelines, some sprinkler is fitted, and that used to sprinkle water. In drip irrigation, again some horizontal pipelines are there, and at the base of each plant, it is mainly used in plantation crop, some nozzle is there. Through that, drop by drop water comes. So, one important, more important point is there, that is, you just imagine you have 1000 mango tree and you have to put manure, urea, fertilizer, 100 gram each plant. So 100 gram into 1000, 10,000 gram. So if you have to apply this one by one at the base of the plant, so many man-days are needed, so many laborers are needed. But through the process of drip irrigation, what you will do, you will take that water, you will put it in your water tank and just allow to flow that water. So drop by drop, that water mixed with fertilizer will reach the base of the plant. So this is another important point of this drip irrigation.